Well, there is nothing worse on a frigid January morning than to have a mess to deal with on your windshield when it's covered in frost.
It does aggravate me, I have to be honest, but there are ways to make it easier and things to avoid. New this morning, John Shumway spoke to a windshield expert for some advice I think a lot of us can use. Good morning.
Without a doubt. And you know what? We've got some homemade brew here that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. But the idea is get this thing clear as quick as possible without doing any damage.
It's important to know that your windshield may be a bit more vulnerable in this weather.
The slightest little crack now can cause it to spread, unlike back in the 60s and 70s when the windshields were so thick.
Jeff Zuckerman knows windshields. He and his boys are a couple of generations in at Ryan's Auto Glass.
If there is an imperfection in the windshield, it will break.
When it comes to windshields frosted or frozen over, they've seen it all.
I've seen people chop and chop at it. You know, that's our nature to want to chop at it, and they end up damaging not just the windshield, but the trim at the bottom of the windshield and the wipers.
I wanted to know if this social media idea of mixing 2 parts rubbing alcohol with 1 part water even works. His answer, yes.
I use more traditional things, such as I can use a de-icer like this. That also has a scraper on it, which you can get at your local parts store. And windshield washer fluid is also very important, using a de-icing windshield washing fluid. Not the cheap ones, because some of them freeze in the cold weather, but the combination of these help very well. You can actually put this in a spray bottle.
And when you spray it on,
let it sit for 20 or 30 seconds. You know, let it activate a little bit, and then you should be able to scrape it well enough.
Yeah, and just know that you also might have to spray more than one application in order to be able to get it to clear off. And keep this in the car so that if you go to the mall or you go to the shopping center, you come out and it's all frosted up. You have it with you, and because of the alcohol content, it won't freeze in the car and you'll have it with you.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Okay, the windshield washer fluid works. If it does, why not just use it in the wipers?
Right.
I do this all the time.
No. And the reason is you want to replace your windshield wipers on a regular basis. You want that expense? Well, that's what's going to happen, because these things will get torn all to heck by rubbing across ice on the windshield. So you want to make sure you don't do that. And also spray your jets for your windshield washer fluid and defrost them as well.
All right, I'll take the advice.
Yeah, you
John,
wear
thanks.
out your wipers. All right. Thanks, John.